What's the fondest memory of your own childhood?
When I got my electric train for Christmas, it was incredible. I would have been probably 10, and with Dad being as frugal as he was, I was so surprised that I got an electric train for Christmas.
Fondest memory of being a teenager?
Probably when I got my license at 16 was pretty exciting. I tried once and failed, and Garnet Anderson, my friend and neighbor, came and drove me to get my license. I came out and didn't get them. I was so mad, so I had to go the second time and get them done. And probably the next time is when I got my 67 Ford half-ton. That was fun. That was teenage.
Fondest memory of going to college?
I didn't go to college. I got grade 11. I left Hazlet School with a grade 10, but I'd done some grade 11 subjects. And the principal said to me, he said, "Gary, if you come in and sign this paper, you've got your grade 11. So I ended up getting my grade 11 because you needed 22 credits when I left, and they changed the system to 21 credits. So I was good.
What was the most challenging part of becoming a father?
That's a tough one. Making sure you do the right things, I think. Get your child to come out and see what you do on the farm and to, help him grow up, or her. Yeah, just make sure they take the right road, I guess.
What are some values you tried teaching your kids and grandkids?
Just be good people, be honest, work hard, enjoy life, try to stay healthy, don't get in accidents.
Is there anything people believe about you that isn't true?
The person that I had a business with, we played in the sandbox together in school, and the business shut down, and he kind of just excommunicated himself from me, which was kind of heartbreaking because I don't think I'm a bad person.
Do you want to do a brief history of the farm?
My grandpa came here in 2009 from the United States. He came in 2009, and then they call what they sign up or prove up. They brought the family in 1910, and they had 6 children, 3 girls and 3 boys. The oldest one was born in 1900, and the youngest girl was born in 16. And the interesting part is that all the kids were born in the U.S., and then they came up in 9 or 10, and the last child wasn't born yet. So she went back down to the States to have the 6th child, and her twin sister delivered the little one, the girl. So she wanted them all to be born in the States, which they did. So Grandpa and my dad farmed together, and then Grandpa died the year I was born. I was born in March, and I think he died in May or June, and then his oldest son died that same year. So then Dad started farming, and I don't know what year he would have started. And then, of course, I started in 1972. That's how it kind of went.
What's your favorite part about being out here?
I don't mind the city. I like the city for a bit, but it's nice for the solitude that you get on the farm. You can go walk wherever you want in the yard, or and enjoy things.
Is there anything you're afraid you'll never get to experience again?
I know we keep thinking about what we were like when we were younger as we get older, and it's kind of disappointing you can't do the things you used to do. I hope I can keep golfing. I like playing the fastball that we used to do. That was fun.
Is there anything you want to experience that you haven't yet?
Oh, I would like to go into an F-18 fighter jet. What do they call it? Bucket list? That would be good. That would be fun. I have no desire to go to space.
Is there a dream that you let go of that still hurts?
Yeah, I think I keep bringing up the fact that I wished I would have finished my pilot's license, my private pilot's license. I started everything. I had trouble with the navigation part, but I did solo in the circuit. I kind of wished I would have finished. I know it's an expensive hobby, but it would have been fun.
What are you expecting's on the other side?
Dad, I don't think there is anything. Like I said to Karen, one thing about it, when you die, you don't have to take your medication or change your clothes. It's like going on a trip. that you don't have to pack anything.
What do you want us to do if you start to lose your memory?
Make sure my wife is looked after and the kids and grandkids. I hope I don't get violent, and that's sometimes the case. As a non-violent person that does get Alzheimer's sometimes gets a bit vicious, weird. I hope I don't do that. If I lose my mind, it doesn't matter. And the thing is, like people that are in an institution that have lost their mind, the parents or the grandkids or the kids say, "Oh my God, it's so bad." No, they're in their own world. They have no idea what's going on. It's tough on the people that are around them. Don't you believe that?
What are some of your skills that you want to pass on or share with people?
Landscaping. My landscaping skills. I don't know. Well, does it really matter what I know and what I could teach? I don't think I'm in a profession where I think you learn by doing. And nowadays you can read and learn all that stuff. I don't have any special skills. And Karen keeps telling me, "Oh my God, how smart and I said, "No, mine is all experience. I've tried it and done it. I don't pride myself on being overly intelligent. I think it's all a learning thing. And if you can remember, what you've done and how you did it." Yeah.
What's your favorite memory with your mom and dad?
With my mom and dad? I guess probably the one and only camping trip we took. Dad bought a brand new 1961 Pontiac Laurentian. And he bought all camping equipment and the whole thing with the blow-up mattresses. My mom and dad and my sister and mom's sister and her daughter all piled into the 61 Pontiac and went to Banff. It was an interesting trip. I was 61. I was 9. So the trip was we were going to go to Banff. So we go there and he buys this military type tent that took an hour to set up. And back then it was kind of those oily, ugly tents. And he bought blow-up mattresses. He had the whole thing. We blew them up all by hand. The morning they were all flat. And it was cold. And then we ended up going down into the States. We went to Spokane, Washington. And I think he went and met one of his cousins, Bob Pederson. Yeah, it would be Grandpa's brother's boy. And they owned a store. And Dad pulls up and said, "Yeah, Bob." He didn't know Bob, but he knew where he was. Pulls up and said, "Yeah, sir, would you like some gas?" "Yeah, I sure would, Bob." And then they got talking, whatever. We stayed with them. They had 4 kids. I ended up contracting trench mouth. And was I sick? I went down a chubby 9-year-old and came back a skinny 9-year-old. My gums were swelled up halfway down my teeth. We get back home. We go to the old Woolworths lunch counter. What does Mom give me? A tomato soup with no milk in it. It was not that. And we ended the trip coming back to Swiftspring. It was good. It was fun.
Is there anything in your family history that you've kept secret from everyone?
Some of the aunts had illegitimate children and stuff. I don't know if it's public knowledge, but that would be the only family secrets or whatever. Out of wedlock, I would say.
How did you know Grandma was the person you wanted to spend the rest of your life with?
Before we got together, we talked and enjoyed our conversation, and it hasn't quit. We're always interested in what each other has to say, basically. And yeah, I think as we age, our love is probably growing more, because we are aging kind of the same and we help each other. I guess it's growing old gracefully. She said to me, she says, I wish we could live like this forever. I said, "Karen, that doesn't happen. Enjoy the moment."
What do you think will be your proudest legacy?
I think the proudest thing for me is how I've transformed this farm aesthetically, I guess, from what my dad and Grandpa had it. I think my grandpa was a very neat individual, had to have everything perfect. One of our neighbors said after thrashing, if those wagons weren't lined up straight north and south, he was My dad was not like that. He could just put it wherever there was greeneries and this and that all over the place. My legacy is how I've made the farm yard, and I've actually gotten lots of comments on it. So that's my pride and joy. It's a well-groomed yard, and that'll change as you can't do it anymore. I think that's my legacy, and keeping the barn in nice shape in the house.
What is the best and worst parts about getting older?
The best part about getting old is you really don't have to do anything if you don't want. And you do get a pension check, old age security and your Canada pension. And it's kind of nice to get money and not have to do anything. I think the worst part is the health part. And there's somebody worse off than us, always. No matter where you go, you can go to the hospital and you can see that. I think the worst part is not being as mobile as you used to be. Your balance kind of goes, on different things. We're better off than a lot of people, health-wise. And that's the worst thing. The nice thing is not doing anything, having a bit of money, having your savings and using them, and then your health, of course.
What elements of your life do you think your great-grandkids will be in disbelief of?
My great-grandkids, like your children. How things worked on the farm, I guess. It's incredible. Like, we have a Coke machine over there, and my cousin's daughter, she was born late. She had a bottle that you have to use an opener to open. And Eddie said, just go over there and use that. She didn't know where the bottle opener was. That's kind of how much of that will be what they'll have to deal with, not ever have seen it before. I don't know, with climate change, how good is it going to be here in, 50 years?
What was considered a special treat for you when you were a kid?
And it happened every year. You'd get your report card from school. And of course, then we'd jump in the car and go down to Swift-Current to the 1st of July functions. I can't remember doing many rides or anything, but we'd meet our friends down there and watch the parade and that. That was fun. Simple things.
What is one piece of advice you want your grandkids to learn and grow from?
Like I said, enjoy life, and don't worry about money. Like that will all, work hard and enjoy, which the younger generation knows how to do.
Do you have a happiest memory that you think back on?
Marrying your grandmother was my best moment.
What's one thing you want to be remembered for?
A good person. What I've accomplished in the yard. That's what I have. It's not going away. That's kind of what I want.
Is there anything you want to say to your children?
Be happy, don't worry. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.